We request our esteemed principal of Bapatla Engineering College, Dr. P. Srinivas Rao sir, to address the gathering.
Respected President of Bapatla Education Society, Sri M. Srinivas Rao garu, Dr. Niranjan Babu garu, Dean Student Affairs, Nagamaleswara garu, HOD English, and students and faculty, I welcome you all for this Youth Parliament 2026. I encourage all of you to participate in this effectively engaged the Youth Parliament 2026. I will tell you a small one. సో ప్రపంచ దేశాల్లో భారత రాజ్యాంగం చాలా సుదీర్ఘమైంది. 1949లో దాన్ని రాయబడింది, 1950లో దాన్ని ఆమోదించబడింది. ప్రపంచంలో ఎక్కడ లేని రాజ్యాంగం, చాలా అద్భుతమైన రాజ్యాంగం. చాలా దేశాలకి మన భారత రాజ్యాంగం రోల్ మోడల్. ఎన్నో ఆర్టికల్స్, ఎన్నో సెక్షన్స్. ఒక మనిషికి కావలసిన ప్రాథమిక హక్కులు అన్నీ ఉన్నాయి దీంట్లో. ఇండియన్ పీనల్ కోడ్ ఐపీసీ చాలా అద్భుతంగా రాయబడింది, రాయడానికి చాలా అద్భుతంగా రాయబడింది. అట్ ద సేమ్ టైం కాలానుగుణంగా పరిస్థితులు తగ్గట్టుగా చాలా సవరణలు కూడా జరిగింది. అందుకనే ప్రపంచ దేశాలకి మన ఇండియన్ కాన్స్టిట్యున్సీ చాలా అద్భుతమైన రోల్ మోడల్. దాన్ని బేస్ చేసుకొని ఒక మాక్ పార్లమెంట్ టైప్లో మనందరం ఇక్కడ గ్యాదర్ అయ్యి దాన్ని కండక్ట్ చేయడం అనేది నిజంగా చాలా ఆనందదాయకం. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Thank you so much, sir. We request our esteemed President of Bapatla Education Society, Sri Uppalneni Srinivas Rao garu, to address the gathering.
So, of Youth Parliament, respected guests, Srinivas Rao garu, Niranjan garu, and our beloved HOD Nagamaleswara garu, my dear staff and my dear student friends, good morning all. చాలా జోష్కున్నట్లు ఇదే జోష్ని కంటిన్యూ చేస్తూ నా కోరిక, నా ఆశ, ఇందులో ఉన్నాడు 10 మంది నా పార్లమెంటరీస్గా రియల్ పార్లమెంట్లో ఉంటారని నేను ఆశిస్తున్నాను. నేను ఇప్పుడు గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాలి, ఇవాళ రియల్ people who are going to lead the country. ప్రిన్సిపల్ గారు చెప్పినట్టుగా రాజ్యాంగం చాలా గొప్పది. పార్లమెంట్ లో కూడా ఇప్పుడు మనకి 545 members ఉన్నారు. Going to increase to almost 750 like that. So another thing is for girls, ladies going to get the opportunity as a ladies reservation. So most of the ladies are brilliant students who have the leadership qualities. That is most important. బాగా చదువుకుంటా ఉన్నాడు లీడర్ కాదు, బ్యాక్ బెంచెస్ లో లీడర్ అవుతూ ఉంటారు. గమనించారు కానీ బ్యాక్ బెంచెస్ లో కూర్చోవద్దు. బట్ టేక్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఎ ఛాలెంజ్. లైఫ్ లో మీరు ఏమైనా అచీవ్ చేయాలంటే should have some commitment, మంచి సంకల్పం ఉండాలి. మరి ఈ కాలేజీ వ్యవస్థాపకులు ఉప్పలనేని శేషరావు మా నాన్నగారు, ఈయన ఫార్మర్ ఎమ్మెల్సీ అండ్ ఎమ్మెల్యే. ఆయన సుదీర్ఘమైన పోరాటం ఎదురేత ఆ ఎదురేతలో మరి 2 సార్లు అసెంబ్లీకి కౌన్సిల్కి ఎలక్ట్ అయ్యి ఆ రోజు ఆయన అంటే ఒక యశ్వరావు గారు అంటే ఒక స్ట్రాంగ్ లీడర్ అనేది క్రియేట్ చేయగలిగారు. అటువంటి ఆదర్శంగా తీసుకోండి నారా చంద్రబాబు నాయుడు గారు. మరి ఆయన ఇప్పటికి 70 సంవత్సరాలు దాటుతున్నా కానీ మీకన్నా కూడా ఇంకా స్ట్రాంగ్ గా ఎనర్జెటిక్ గా చేస్తున్నారు. ఆల్మోస్ట్ ఆల్ 17-18 hours. సో ఫర్ ద డెవలప్మెంట్ ఆఫ్ ది స్టేట్ కంట్రీ ఇట్లా చెప్పుకుంటా పోతే మీ పార్లమెంట్ అయిపోయింది. అలాగే మన నారా లోకేష్ బాబు గారు. సో ఆయన్ని ఒక స్టేజ్ లో ఒక 5 years బ్యాక్ దాకా ఏమన్నారు మీ అందరూ తెలుసు. ఆయన గొప్ప అన్నారు. అట్లా ప్రతి మనిషిలో ఫైర్ ఉన్నారు, కమిట్మెంట్ ఉన్నారు. మోడీ గారు ఒక ఛాయవాలాగా ఉండి ప్రైమ్ మినిస్టర్ గా, గుజరాత్ చీఫ్ మినిస్టర్ గా, ప్రైమ్ మినిస్టర్ గా ఈజ్ లీడింగ్ ది కంట్రీ అండ్ ఆల్మోస్ట్ ఆల్ డైరెక్ట్లీ ఆర్ ఇండైరెక్ట్లీ ఈజ్ డిక్టేటింగ్ ది వరల్డ్. దాంట్లో అందరూ ఆలస్యం తీసుకోండి. వీళ్ళతో పాటు చాలా మంది వరల్డ్ లీడర్స్ ఉన్నారు, మంచి పార్లమెంటరీస్ ఉన్నారు. కొంత టైం స్పెండ్ చేయండి భారత రాజ్యాంగం గురించి, బెస్ట్ పార్లమెంటరీ గురించి. పుట్టుకతో ఎవరు తెలియకపోవాడు కాదు, ఎవరు తెలియగలడు కాదు. మనకున్న ఆ ఫైర్, మనలో ఉన్న తపన, మంచి సంకల్పం బట్టి మనం మంచి లీడర్స్ టేక్ టైం. మీరందరూ కూడా మంచి లీడర్స్ కావాలని కోరుకుంటూ, మరి బాపట్ల ఇంజనీరింగ్ కాలేజ్ స్టూడెంట్స్ మా ఎంపీ గారని లేదా మా ఎమ్మెల్యే గారని మేము ప్రౌడ్ గా చెప్పుకొని మేము తీసుకొచ్చి ఇక్కడ సన్మానం చేసి అదృష్టాన్ని మాకు కల్పిస్తామని కోరుకుంటూ విష్ యూ ఆల్ ది బెస్ట్. థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్.
Thank you so much, sir. An enriching and impactful experience. Thank you, and let the session begin. Attention please, we are about to start the session.
Honorable members, honorable speaker, all rise.
A very good morning to all the distinguished members of the House. And I hope this session will progress our endeavor in realization of national interest and the aspirations in right direction and be fruitful. Before delving into the business of the House, we shall go with the oath taking of our newly elected members. Secretary General, please.
I request the Honorable Minister of Science and Technology, Ms. Priyanka from Bapatla constituency, Navi Andhra Pradesh, to take the oath. Do you want to take an oath or affirmation, madam? Oath, please. In which language do you want to take an oath, madam? English, please.
I, N. Priyanka, have been elected as a member of Parliament from the Bapatla constituency, do serve in the name of God, do solemnly affirm that I will be true, faith and allegiance to the Constitution of India by the laws established, that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of India, that I will be faithfully discharge the duties upon which I am about to enter.
of Health and Family Welfare, who stands elected from Warangal constituency, Telangana. Do you want to take an oath or affirmation, madam? In which language do you want to take the oath? పల్ల లావణ్య అను నేను భారత పార్లమెంట్ లోక్సభ సభ్యురాలిగా ఎన్నికైనందున శాసనం ద్వారా నిర్మితమైన భారత రాజ్యాంగం పట్ల నిజమైన విశ్వాసం విధేయత చూపుతానని, భారతదేశ సార్వభౌమాధికారాన్ని సమగ్రతను కాపాడుతానని, నేను స్వీకరించగల కర్తవ్యాన్ని శ్రద్ధాశక్తులతో నిర్వహిస్తానని దైవ సాక్షిగా ప్రమాణం చేస్తున్నాను.
The Prime Minister may now introduce his new ministries.
Honorable Speaker, to you and through you to the House, I would like to introduce Sri Padma Priya as Minister of Ports and Shipping, Sri Narendra Teja as Minister for Environment, Forest and Climate Change.
Let's begin the question. Question number 101. National Sports Governance Act. Sports Minister.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move for you to introduce the bill, namely the National Sports Governance Act. This bill seeks to bring transparency, accountability and efficiency in the governance of sports bodies across the country, ensuring fair selection process, strengthen the athletics welfare and promote ethical practices in sports administration. I introduce the bill. Thank you.
I think the ruling party have lack of knowledge about Constitution of India. When we see Article 246 7th schedule divides power into union list, state list, concurrent list, which means the state government have full authority on sports, not central. And also in 2018, the same government implemented a policy called Kelo India. And budget they have spent in it in 2021-22-21 890 crores, and 2021-22 657 crores, and 2024-25 900 to 1000 crores have they spent. But this government have failed in this to promote the grass level sports to the India.
Madam Speaker, on the contrary, just as the 7th Amendment reorganizes states for the fairness, this Act reorganizes governance for fairness to athletes. On centralizing, this Act is much needed overhaul of Indian sports administration. This tackles chronic misgovernance in national federations, aligning with all these Olympic and Paralympic cats and mandates transparent and ethical governance. So that we are introducing this National Sports Tribunal Act. This Act mandates that every federation executive committee includes at least 2 outstanding sports persons and also 4 women in that. And this ensures that those who understand training and competition to set the rules instead of bureaucrats. So that the faster dispute resolution as a sports tribunal will also be included in this. So that the selection disputes can now be solved so quickly, because we couldn't risk the opportunity a sports person is getting. Justice denied in sports is an opportunity denied. So that we are taking action in instance and at that time. And we will also include that free and fair elections in federations. Election panel ensures no manipulations in this. And also we end this long-term monopoly of officials. So that now tenure limits will be fresh in leaderships. We'll give off 2 terms of tenure, and also every 6 months the audits will be given.
Honorable Speaker, to you through the House.
Madam Speaker, I request the opposition member to know the exact information about the budget. We have already increased rupees 466 crore to nearly 4,480 crore today. This is nearly a 10 extra increase within 2 decades. Sports funding has grown more than 3 times in just last year. So please know the complete information.
Honorable Speaker, to you through the House, thank you for all the voices that you have been raised. And especially, I would like to state a few things that was delivered by Honorable Home Minister. So, Madam, they told about the 7th Amendment Act and fairness in athletes, and Indian sports Olympic responses, and all will be going in an ethical way. Madam, if you allow me, I would like to show you something, ma'am, to the House also. Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, please look at into this picture, ma'am. Ma'am, she is Vinisha Pogit and she is Bhavita Pogit. Ma'am, the two girls are pride. The two girls are fighted for the pride of this Indian country, madam. Madam, they wrestled a lot of matches. Their story stands as the greatest amendment, greatest inspiration to all the Indians, madam. Yet, under this government, madam, up to 5 prolonged years, 5 prolonged months, ma'am, they have been dragged on the roads, ma'am. They have been dragged on the roads. They returned their medals, madam, and yet they are talking about the ethics, fairness in the sports. What is your answer for this, madam?
Honorable Speaker, I appreciate the concern of the opposition leader. Hereby, the questions asked by the opposition is why that much time has been taken. It is because we are cleaning the 60 years systematic roots that is corrupted by your party. For decades and decades, athletes has suffered in the silence under your watch. But this is the first government we are putting the FIRs on the against a sitting powerful MP and putting them in a legal trial. We are not running a kangaroo's court, by the way. For your political headlines, we are following the due process Indian judiciary to ensure that justice. While you use the athletes as a prawns, we triple the sports budgets, launches the top schemes to provide the Olympic podium. Our ethics are clean. No one is above over the par. I have a question to the opposition. In your 6 decades of rule, from the 70,000 crores CWG scam counted to even the schedules, did you ever have been coerced to even entering a criminal investigation against your own powerful leaders? Have you done this in yours? Without doing this, the 70,000 crores scam has been done in the 6 years ruling. How they can question only 5 months of time you have been taken? The 60 years is not equal to our 5 months. Now, if the law is taken time today, it is because we want the justice, not the drama. Can you name one incident where the burn truth of your protest has commanded and high command has been protested against you in your party?
Adding up a point to the
So, my dear young parliamentarians, I really appreciate for the subject you have taken and what the country really needs, is need of the hour. So, I really congratulate you. And when I'm watching you, you are just like you are debating in a real parliament. I'm very happy for that. I'm saying you are the future of the country. So please continue all this. All the best, and thank you very much again for giving me this opportunity. Sorry.
Madam Speaker, adding up a point, the opposition talks about wrestlers on the roads. Let me remind them, under their rule, athletes were left on the sidelines, unheard, and also ignored. Under ours, grievances are addresses, reforms are underway, and dignity is assured. We are not dragging athletes down. We are lifting Indian sports up. And also, adding a point, previously when this opposition party was ruling, 2 to 3% priority was only given to the athletes. Whereas us now take on about 25 to 30% to the athletes. We are trying our best, ma'am. So, as I mentioned, that problem, that protests are the proofs that this reform is particularly in need. That is why we are letting this particular act to be involved. This act is a solution, not a problem. And also, this bill is not any single one. It is for every who dreams to wear Indian jersey and win the medal.
Other systematic proclamations have been on outbound. Madam, I don't know, I can't understand about the situation of God. Ma'am, look, we are sending snakes in order to catch the rats. We are sending snakes in order to catch the rats. What kind of ruling it is this, madam? Madam, they taking, you have been prolonging on the judgment. Ma'am, just tell me one more, ma'am. They can take 5 months, 5 consecutive months in order to give one judgment. One judgment. Again, in my party ruling, one single sportsman never returned their medals who they win for this country. Do this party can give that confirmation to me and my party, to this nation, madam? Madam, I was asking, which one, show me one sportsman. No, they won't, they can't. Because, madam, we talk with the proofs. And yet, they tell the horses. And about the Khelo India sportsmanship, they never answered. About the rising points, they never answered. And yet, they have been giving our history lectures. And I was asking about the act that you have been permitted. Madam, the main authorities, the main representatives, the main crown holders are this party members and this party followers, madam. Madam, who can going to answer for this situation, madam? I would like to tell examples. But first, give me clarity about these questions that have been raised.
Opposition is consistent in avoiding solutions. They demand answer, but resist every solution, resist every change without implementing anything. How did you expect the change, sir? And also, you said that prove that our sportspersons return these medals and all. Only few members were supported by your party and only few won the medals. That's the reason. We are at least trying to support them in better way. And also, tell me about the Olympic medals, sir. We are questioning now. Like, we have been in a very short term period and we have got more medals and we have given more support to the sports, whereas you have been in a really long time. Now tell me about that.
Honorable Speaker, they are very good at skipping the points. Madam, who are going to answer for our questions, madam? Who have to ask the questions about the nation, about the acts, and who they are asking questions in return, madam? What kind is this? This is a false government. Who are going to answer the questions, madam? Are we in the ruling? Who are going to ask the questions? Madam, I would like to raise one question, madam. Yet, up to now, there are so many questions have been left. We are giving time to them, madam. Please go, do research, send your letters, send your reports to us. We are waiting for you so patiently. Madam, so patiently. Madam, one question, madam. Madam, the act that they raised today, they are completely forgetting about talking about the act itself. And they are going to researching about the history and all the policies. Madam, I ask one question, madam. They provided this kind of rules to only wrestling federations like low-level wrestling federations like wrestling, low-level sportsmanship like wrestling, kabaddi, and Kho-Kho, there are very less federations, madam. Madam, these rules are never applicable to the biggest federations in India, biggest sports federations in India, because they have that much of friendship with BCCI. I would like to raise the voice. BCCI, what are you doing? What are your answers for it? Madam, we need answers for it. Please answer for our questions. Don't question me in return. If you are going to question me in return, I would like to raise 100 more questions. Not with only me, but entire this nation, entire youth of this nation. So please kindly, I was requesting everybody, please do answers for our questions.
According to our opposition party, it was not a mention that BCCI is a private board, not under the government control. And this act prolongs the federations which are divided in the states, and it centralizes them because India is about to host the Olympics of 2038. Because of this act only, Olympics can be hosted in India. According to Olympics rules, there should be a centralized board to host, and it brings our national to credibility that along the international sports, the persons which represent our India, which brings our credits. And the opposition party leader opposed that he was against the wrestling parties which were said that wrestling parties were taken their medals because they are not being convicted and they going on a committee which was prolonging, but it will be solved soon and we are applicable to solve it, and very soon there is committee judgment in April, Your Honor.
Madam Speaker, adding to one more point, based on this act, the BCCI needs to based on this act, the BCCI should inform based on the RTI and they are not under the ICCI.
One thing. The opposition party leader always supporting to the youth, and the youth was supporting to him, and he is the voice of the youth. But always the past 12 years, the opposition leader only on that seat. You want to remember that. So ours only. And also I want to answer one question to the opposition party. What about the Khelo India Act? That's what. Yeah, I think opposition leader does not implement these acts, so he can't know about this act. So one thing I have to say that Khelo India significantly increases grassroots participations of sportsmen all over the India. This was the best, and this was the one of the proudest thing our party want to tell you thing. And another one, once go through the act clearly and go through the act clearly. In 2035 Olympics, we are going to conduct that Olympics in our India. So that this act must want to pass in this bill, and also this our government are proud to say that our India and our nation and our sportsmen are under our control only.
Honorable Speaker, is this a sports bill or BCCI shielding bill? While you force every small athletes or authority archery federations to answer RTIs, you have conveniently amended the bill to keep the world's richest cricket board outside it, just because they don't take direct grants. Since the Supreme Court in 2015 said BCCI performs public functions, why is the government so afraid of the public knowing what happens in those back rooms?
Honorable Speaker, I would like to clarify the opposition member that while the BCCI has been exempted from RTI, the bill still forces them to register as a national sports federation and form an ethics committee which also includes athletes in decision making and selection of athletes. And BCCI generates its own revenue through media rights or sponsorships, and it already publishes audited balance sheets on its websites for stakeholders. Thank you.
Honorable Speaker, to you through the House, I would like to kindly educate the ministers, the concerned ministers, External Minister, Madam Science and Technology Minister, Madam, and a lot. Madam, would you please give me a moment that I would like to educate about them, about the BCCI and concerned acts. Ma'am, in 2018, the Central Information Commission, CIC, gave a sensational judgment, madam. They are ruled BCCI and they just judgmented about the BCCI, about the RTI Act. You have to strictly be on this RTI Act. Ma'am, this has happened in India, madam. In 2018, CIC gave a judgment to the BCCI itself, where these are going to supporting the BCCI. Madam, in 2015, madam, in Madras court, BCCI are just filed a bill about
we are not under this act. Madam, in that situation also, the Madras court tell that you are using the name of this nation and you are doing a public action. So you have to be strictly under this RTI Act. Madam, this bill, the whole loop of this bill is what I would like to tell you about this. Ma'am, they add a point like these rules are never applicable to non-fundamental organizations. Madam, they are giving a loop to the BCCI, madam, because they have friendships, they have concerned friendships, because they have all the situations. And madam, all the corruption happening from right here and right now, madam. This is the biggest example. Like, show me, ma'am. They will end up on the whole access, madam. They will start lectures about the previous government. What are you doing from past 12 years? What are you doing? Giving loopholes to the biggest federations? That's what are you doing? Somebody told about, madam, if we are going to apply this bill, then we can going to conduct the Olympics itself. This statement was given by Honorable External Affairs Minister. So, do the Japan have this bill, madam? Do the Russia have this bill, madam? Do the America have this bill, madam? Why in India? Because this current government have to maintain that friendships with all the big holes, madam. With all the big heads also. Ma'am, we are asking questions. We need answers. We are requesting for the answers, not for only us, but to the whole nation itself. Thank you.
Honorable Speaker, opposition party leader has so many questions, but we did not want any solution. Russia and Japan, America, they have their central boards. Officially, the national boards have been under every sport control. But they don't want our India to be conduct Olympics and again investments through Olympic development and our sports investments. Because of that only we can make our economic boost and improve our credibility along the world. And we are representing our nation in a way that talent has to be in front of everyone. And India has the talent to get the medals and we did not have the infrastructure. Because of the outdated guidance they have been given in 2011 code sports. And we are implementing this because we want to change completely the guidelines which has been given by previous government. And it should not be neglected because they are making this first because of their loot in picking off their pocket fully the sports amount. In their 60 years decades, they nearly looted 1 lakh crores in the sports only, Your Honor. And we have been revenuing the audits and we are making the audits to be published soon. And the sports which we are including this act will make them transparency under our things. And we are saying that the guidance which they given was outdated and they did not implement anything and it was not enforced. But this act enforces the law to be conducted fairly and we are implementing this because only the outdated laws cannot be implemented perfectly. And this act implements everything under the centralized board, National Sports Board. And it will make everyone in the correct position and fairly and accountably make the talents to be performed nearly in global view, Your Honor.
Madam Speaker, adding up my point, as the opposition leader has already mentioned that does the Japan doing this and this all the other nations are doing it, they already have this unified framework across their countries. We are unity in diversity. We have so many different cultures and so many different states. To unite them all and to make them all go in a single way, to make this on a national level for the selection of these spokespersons and the members, to make it more easier, one unified framework across the India is much needed. So that is why this particular act is required. When we say that the opposition leader states that whenever we raise the point which they have done, he will be speaking, it is history. Isn't the act that themselves, that party have done? When we are saying that, they just tell that they are always speaking upon the history. All their crimes and all the nepotism and favoritism that included, all that goes into history once they have gone from this place to there. To remove all those is why we are stating that from the 2011 code to this new act is to be implemented for better change and for better sports. And also do some research before asking, sir.
Madam Speaker, as the External Minister told, 1.6 crore money has been looted from the politicians of our party. So what are the safeguards are taken by your party to prevent politicians from dominating sports federations under this act? Will merit decide selection or political connections?
Madam Speaker, for equal opportunity for ethicals, we provide fair selection policies and prevent favoritism and political influences.
Honorable Speaker, to you through the House, I would like to mind one thing to the all allegations that have been raised. Madam, about the history lessons. Oh, so I think so. The history itself bothering you a lot, right? Because the whole nation know what we have been done, and with all the access you have been ended up in the ruling party. However, Madam, thank you for educating me, Madam. I would like to state a few things, Madam. Madam, they are strictly going to edit and amendmenting the act which is in the constitution itself. Madam, who is the biggest thief here, Madam? Do we? Who gave the authority to go and edit the constitution itself? They are always rise upon. You know, this party has done this. Your party has been done this. You are being in the ruling for past 12 years. What you people done? That's what we are asking. What you people done? Ma'am, I asked about the BCCI. No answer. And we asked about the security. We asked about how transparency goes. No answer. And we asked about a lot of questions. Again, they say that government did that kind of situation. So that's why we are here. We are ended up here. Are you people playing with a toy or running a nation? Do educate about the things, about what is this nation upholding. Madam, I would like to raise one slight question, Madam. Madam, this bill states that the politicians or the members which are being the followers of the politicians itself are going to select the sportsmen of this India. Madam, I would like to ask a question. Who are going to select, Madam? Who are going to select? The retired sportsmen have to select, Madam. Yet they will edit that amendment. Who gave the authority to edit that amendment? If this is not corruption, Madam. If this is not corruption, Madam. Please. Thank you for your answer.
Honorable Prime Minister, you may now reply to the debate.
Honorable Speaker, to you, to the members, and mainly to the leader of opposition, he is saying that what you are doing in last 12 years, we are removing the corruption and everything that they have done for decades. They also mentioned that in his government, no sports athletes were returned their medals and no one were dragged onto the roads because they never supported sports in their term. That's the reason. And even every sport. Because the athletics know this government will not support, even though we go onto the roads, they don't support us. That's the reason they never came out. Sir, in their government, what did they done for Indian cricket team in 1983? What did they done? In 2005, when Indian women's cricket were runner-up against Australia, Indian women businessmen gave salaries for them. Not this government. Today we included women cricket into the BCCI, and today BCCI gave grades and increments to women's cricketers, and today every year they are getting increments every year today. And this is what we done. Okay, and even in 2000 they are talking that they are saying that political persons are involved in our government. Who was the BCCI president in 2011? Who was the BCCI president in 2007? First know that. First you educate. And today he's saying that I will educate my members or my ministers. If you are really educated, you will be here, Mr. Mr. Eloki. You are really educated, you will be here. If you are not educated, we would be not here. We won't even compete in the elections. Okay. Today we know the people's needs. So we are here. People know. People choose us. And you are saying what you done. We failed to govern. Failed in governance. If we are really failed, we wouldn't be win for 3 consecutive years. We wouldn't be win. And today they are saying that how did you took this bill? How do you want to take this bill? And see, today we didn't took this decision alone with the government. We have sessions of meeting with Indian Olympic Association, and we have sessions of meeting with FIFA Federation, and we consulted and through FIFA Federation we consulted every country where these types of rules are implemented. From there we are bringing. From their being, they are saying, and they also said that we are changing the Constitution of India. Today, Constitution of India gives gives a provision to change few acts if it is required. Please let you know. Please you know this, okay? And even today, every point he raises on BCCI because today they are not getting their side incomes from BCCI. That's the reason he's raising every point. Today in our case, and even BCCI will not come under RTI completely. It's a trust. It's not a government body. It's a trust. Okay. What the relation means? The relation between the government and BCCI is they are paying us to play in the stadiums. They are paying us. They are giving tax for us. Okay. And today they also even I want to say one thing. RTI does not should not force anyone to say every confidential issue. Okay. Even though if we come under RTI, if a body come under RTI, not every confidential issues should be submitted to them. And even to this bill, to implement this bill, we have spoken with many Indian athletes. We even today they're saying that women wrestlers are dragged onto the road. Today police filed FIR and case on the ruling party MP. Did we did that or they did that? We itself did that, right? We don't have any partiality on our leaders. We'll do. We filed a case, and even Supreme Court completely they didn't they didn't say that he's accused completely. It's still going on. Okay, so let Supreme Court deal this. And today we are really concerned about tribals and women in our country because they have talent, but today we are not getting opportunities. They are not getting opportunities. Sir, ma'am, to LOP, sports is part of our lifestyle. Okay, and we even in Vedas, in our 4 Vedas, sports has been is there. There is many things about few sports in Vedas also. And today we support sports by we also implemented Khelo India Youth Games where many young athletics came out from that in Khelo India You by doing what we said. And today I am happy because before 10 years, before 2014, the budget for sports in this country was 12,000 crores. But today, in this term, we are giving more than 4,000 crores as budget for sports. And before we had 28 crores for sports development fund, but today we are giving 187 crores for that. Today we are giving 187 crores for sports development fund. Today, even I am very proud to say that until 2014, India won only 22 medals in Olympics, but from 2014 we won 15 medals. And even in Paralympics, we won 8 medals till 2014, but after that we won 52 medals in Paralympics. In Asian Games, this is history. In Asian Games, we got 52 medals till 2014, and in only one Asian Game tournament, we got 107 medals, 107 medals. And this is happened in my government because we supported sports. We gave that provision to every athletics to play their game. And today this bill is to changing and develop the sports. Today we change sport. We are developing every sector in our country. And this is a time to develop sports. And if India is dreaming to really host Olympics, or India is dreaming to get medals in Olympics, this bill should be implemented. And even this bill will take our sports to ground to glory in our country. And even we are asking about terms. How many terms? Only sports, no politicians is included. No politicians is included now. Only sports persons, retired sports persons should be the head president of the federation and treasurer of the association and secretary for the association. And even we reduce the age, not for lifetime, we reduce the age to 70 years. This is what we are doing in this bill. Okay. If you are willing to develop sports, if you want our youth to win medals for our country, please support this bill. Okay, don't go against us, because we are representing our constituencies. They are representing our country in entire world. This is what they are doing. And how can I leave them? Even I want to say one thing and conclude here. That is, after winning medals, my minister used to go to the athletics where they landed, to the airport, and receive them, to gesture them and award the cash prize. Then later I will go to them. Even after 2023 loss of Cricket World Cup, after losing Cricket World Cup, I went and met them because they done a great job. And we are going to support. And later they won 2024 T20 World Cup, and then they have the remaining is history. This is what we are doing in sports. And today we are requested to support this bill. Okay, if you are really a voice of youth of this country, if you are really really a side of them, then please support. And I urge and request everyone to pass this bill. And thank you.
Bill number 102, Specialized Employment Regulation Act 2026.
Honorable Madam Speaker, I beg to move for the leave to introduce the bill, namely the Specialized Employment Regulation Act 2026. In consultation with the Ministry of Labour and Employment, this bill seeks to regulate employment practices by aligning education qualifications with job roles to ensure the individuals are employed in the fields relevant to the academics and professional trainings, thereby enhance efficient skills utilization and national productivity. I introduce this bill. Thank you.
Madam Speaker, I would like to tell that this bill violates Article 19, freedom of the official. Thus, this protects employment or violates fundamental rights.
Honorable Speaker, according to that article, it's not absolutely giving the permission to the conditions, but this bill is absolutely to person's requirement and their personal skill. It requires them to maintain in their domain perfectly.
Madam Speaker, the Article 19 is a basic right of a people for choosing a profession. So, for example, if you think a notification released by government and the vacancies are more and students are less for applying, then the least perform also get the job. Will does that affect the growth of the India?
Madam Speaker, actually Article 19A isn't absolute. And also, by allowing this unrestricted employments without them being particularly skilled and educated in that will violate the Article 21 itself. What they have said isn't absolute, and they are also saying that it will violate. So please be educated before telling that. And also, this regulation ensures fair wages, job security, and standardizing the working conditions. They say that this skill is needed, not that they should be educated in that and all, but the cost of unregulated employment, strikes and instability exploitation is far more than the structured regulation. They want freedom for them to do anything.
Okay, but the freedom without regulation leads to exploitation.
Regulation ensures fairness and dignity.
Whereas the regulation, which is
Giving a much more better safety for the employment and all, why does that scare them that much?
and also the opposition is always resisting reform out of habit, not out of logic.
But increasing restrictions will push skilled youth to leave India in search of better opportunities in other nations. Are we training talent for India or exporting it?
Honorable Speaker, I want to clarify the opposition party why all the Indian students are going out of the country and out of the box. One thing I want to clarify, because of only one thing, the jobs to the skilled person are not in our India. So we are passing this bill to create the jobs for the skilled person in their respective departments. So no one of the kid of India is going to another country and serve for that country.
Madam Speaker, as we said that already they are moving from India to abroad. If they are implementing this, most of the modern workplaces need the collaboration, not the single work. If an EC student or a mechanical student wants to do a software and the hardware part, then how could they choose their life? Most of our engineering students are choosing ECE because they want their life to move on software or hardware, and they want other 4 years to build and lead the career. If they want both, how could you restrict them? If not, if you implement all this stuff and you are restricting them, our youth itself will move to the abroad very much. This bill does not stop career mobility. It only ensures that where proper qualification and certification is required. And this bill proper issue is about proper alignment between skills and job roles. And on the question of youth going abroad, they seek better opportunities and global exposure. And our responsibility is to create that same standards here in India. And that is exactly what this bill creates. That is our aim, to pass this bill. Madam Speaker, if they are implementing this bill, what about the education curriculum? They will change all the education curriculum, but the EC or the other branches, they are implementing the CSE domain skills. Then they will remove all the CSE domain skills and they will shift all the education curriculum and they will return the textbooks again.
Speaker, I want to tell one thing to the opposition party member. Why the ECE student want to, the curriculum basis was ECE student want to choose either the hardware or the software. If the ECE student skilled in either any of one thing, that if he is skilled in the hardware or if he is skilled in the software, they will get the job in their respective department. That's what the bill is going to be implemented. And going to the curriculum of that syllabus, now the ECE student have two chances, either hardware or a software. If one of the he want to choose after ending of his 4 years journey, he want to choose any one of the thing to improve their development and also improve their learning in the respective department. So this was implementing to improve their job opportunities in all over the India. This was the main thing and the main aim of this bill was going to be implemented. So be aware of the bill and then you want to question the ruling party.
Madam Speaker, as we said that, adding on to the point, I would like to ask the question to the opposition party whether they support the regulated and skilled workforce or an unregulated system that affects the public safety. This bill ensures that public safety and unregulated employment is in critical sectors like healthcare and that endangers the lives. This bill ensures the safety and quality of the workforce. Madam Speaker, as the Defence Minister said that, I think Defence Minister should do the homework on the bill, ma'am, because they have mentioned that EC student will choose the part of the end of the 4 years, but the bill is they will choose only one thing and they will implement in the curriculum also, in the education curriculum also, they will choose only one part, but you have to do the work done.
Obviously, respected Madam, Honorable Speaker, and also the opposition party members, why you are only going through the ECE student? Only the students are going only choose the ECE student, not only any other student, not only any other healthcare are there, not only any other architects are there in India. Only the ECE students are going to be rule the India. One thing I want to say, in ECE student, they have the chance to choose both the things. We are not restricting any other ECE student to choose only the one thing. This was implemented only the skilled person on the respected department want to go to their respected jobs. So go through the bill and go through the.
Adding upon a point, the government will definitely ensure trained and accountable and disciplined workforce. And also, as they've asked this, how are they going to get admitted into a particular job and all? We will encourage the skill development, vocational training and aligning it with the employment goals. So that even if they are the ECE students and all, and they are confused between choosing both, we will provide the training for them in that particular sectors. Just because we are changing this, we won't leave behind any department students. We won't do that injustice to them. We will definitely do something to bring them into the force and to make them employed in correct way. And also, this particular act will reduce exploitation, especially in unorganized sectors, boosting productivity. And also, the sensitive sectors, which like defense, infrastructure and security, all this require the members who are skilled in particularly in that particular sector. That is why this act is needed. And also the challenges may quietly arise in between of implementation, but we are fully committed in working with the states, industries and stakeholders to ensure the smooth execution of this.
Madam Speaker, as our Home Minister and the Defense Minister and External Minister has stated so many points, and I would like to thank the Home Minister for dedicating the opposition party. And I would like to say, and I would ask a straight question to the Education Minister of this ruling party that you have in 2014 you came to power with one promise to youth of this country. You said 2 crore jobs every year, every single year. That was your promise, Minister. Yes, it is now 2026, 12 years, 24 crore jobs promised. I have one simple question. Where are they? Not in a report, not in a scheme, not in a speech at least. Where are the 24 actual human beings who got those actual jobs? Because if you can't answer that, then everything else you have said, the scheme you have launched, every advertisement you have printed, every stage you stood on, nothing but a lie sold the most hopeful and most desperate generation this country have ever seen. And they are watching. Right now, they are watching. And you can, all the ruling party of the ruling party, how can you state that this promise is not going to be like that? I want Education Minister to please answer all these questions.
Yeah, thank you. I have heard what the opposition have shouted for long always. Yeah. For the stats, I think we have to educate again and again for the opposition. Total employment as per now, from 2023 to 2024, 64.33 crore jobs has been employed. I think I have to again remember that 64.33 crores. I don't think the opposition have ever did this much job placements. And also after that up to 47.5 crores from 2017 to 2018 and 16.83 crore net jobs are added. I think this must be considered while questioning the opposition. Thank you.
Honorable Speaker, as our Education Minister has stated that 64.33 crore people has been placed in the country under his ruling of government. So what are the statistics? What are the proofs that the Education Minister has? And I also wanted to question that less than 7% of male graduates get a permanent job within 1 year of finishing studies. They are now called the 7% club, meaning 93% are left behind. Is this a statistic your ministry is proud of? I want the Education Minister does not have a proper information before questioning the ruling opposition party. As he stated, the 64.33 crore job has been placed in his ruling party. Why are the youth are in the roads of the country? Why are they searching for the national goals? And why are they remaining unemployment for years and years? Why the 7% has club remaining? Why the 90% of the
are left behind the country. Why they are not getting in place if the 64.33 crores jobs has been placed by the education minister and ruling party?
Madam Speaker, as the opposition has been continuously mentioning that crores of jobs, Madam, are you only speaking about the government jobs, or are you do you ignore the fact that these millions of entrepreneurships and business and many other things are being emerged? And also, if youth are being that unemployed, how are the new companies and new startups are emerging every year? The youth are getting placed by the Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana every year. They are getting placed by that and they are supported by that.
Adding on a point to Honorable Speaker, at present we held a AA summit in our India for emerging technologies, which acquired nearly 2 lakh crores of investment at present, and that has been released. And we released their employment schemes for a notification for youth, and we are proposing a bill for that also. And we are making the companies to come forward and construct the companies and give employment for the youth. And we even stated in G7 summit, we have acquired nearly 34 companies to invest in our states and our employments to be built. And we acquired nearly 17 companies have already started their construction and given the daily workers to nearly 70 to 40 crores members have been granted their temporary job on the contracts. And we are implementing nearly 16 lakh people of age graduates have been maintaining for their companies individually. We are implementing because of this act. It ensures their safety and their contracts to be held publicly, and it should be safely guarded. We are implementing this because of the employment safety, Your Honor. If there is no employment safety, how can the youth stay here? In the previous guidelines, they did not have any safety guidelines for their employment safety. Because of that, youth are seeking other outside the box. They are going outside and seeking their jobs. Because of this act only, it improves our safe environment and it increases our youth to be stay in our nation and improves our nation credibility, Your Honor.
Honorable Speaker, to you through the House, there is a lot of peaceful discussion has been gone in the House itself. Madam, there are so many statements have been raised by this so great ruling party, and they educated us a lot about other things and constraints. Madam, I don't know whether it is Madam Mr. Home Minister knows about the basic preamble of the Constitution or not. People have a right to choose what they want, madam. That they forget it. However, it's okay. They are always allowed to forget it. They are always allowed to skip the things. Madam, I would like to ask one straight question to Home Minister itself. How are you going to give a job for a student who studied in artificial intelligence and machine learning for 4 consecutive years, and then you are going to give him a 10K job? This is what going on market, madam. Yet they are promising we are going to give the jobs for a whole nation. Madam, jobs are created by the market demand itself, madam. Please, madam, please do read newspaper daily. Madam, 10 lakh jobs are still yet to be completed, madam, yet they are not going to bother about this, and they are starting implementing on the acts on the paper. I don't know. Sir, about Mr. Educational Minister, you talked about the jobs we are allocated to this government, to this nation. Where all the jobs have been went, sir? Sir, madam, I think this government is always hangs upon in a Disney Wonderland, madam, where the Prime Minister itself, along with the ministries, plays the ludos. Sir, I request you, please come out from the AC room, sir. Come out from the AC coaches, sir. Sir, madam, if we raise a question, madam, they fell into a terror, madam. You know why are you have that much of fear on the opposition party leader? I don't understand, madam. Whenever I start raising questions about the loopholes of the acts itself, loopholes. They felt like they are so brainwashed, madam. They felt like, are you against the party? Are you against the nation? Who are against the nation? You yourself against the nation. You are going to backstabbing the youth of this country. Madam, about this, ask the one straight question, madam. About a long discussion has been going about the CSE and ECE students. Madam, Are you going to, Mr. Defense Minister, are you going to only give jobs for ECE? They are so bipolarized about the ECE students, madam. Because a ECE student can choose 2 jobs, but a CSE student going to choose only 1 job. What kind of justice it is? What kind of justice it is? Madam, sirs, I was asking, madam, if I raise a question, they felt so much of terror. They shivers from head to bottom itself. I don't know, but they are not answering to me, madam. They are answering to this nation, madam. Yes, I was requesting. Go and walk with me. Walk with me on the roads itself. I will show you. I will let you introduce about the youth who have been roaming on these roads without jobs. Madam, the whole nation is looking towards to the India because of this unemployment, madam. And they don't know about this, madam. They always say like they pass the paper and say we already given the jobs. Where are the jobs? The world is questioning you. If we raise question, madam, if we raise our voice, it is going to be a biggest loophole. It is going to be a biggest brainwash thing for this country. See, the opposition leader doing this. Who are going to ask you questions? Do we? Right. So yet why are you feared of so much to give answers? For the MP of my MP asked so many questions, raised so much of data. They don't show the data, madam. They are so feared. They show papers. They show papers. They say, we passed the paper. Where? Are you playing with rockets? Are you playing with remote? See, ma'am, I would like to let them understand a thing, ma'am. We all together to run a nation, guys. Not with playing with the paper boats or paper rockets itself. Don't say always like we gave. Where we gave? Don't watch some international news. Don't watch some, not always ETV, not always the Jabardast itself, not always the funny things. Because you are sitting on AC coaches does not mean this nation is suffering, madam. Who are going to stand there, madam? What is this Prime Minister doing? What is this ministry is doing? Always saying like, we are giving jobs. Where? Where are the jobs? Bipolarized party it is. We raise the question, that will ended up as a hoax itself. If you are going to ask a question, that will ended up as a hoax itself. Madam, what kind of politics is, madam? I was requesting, madam, me and my party MPs raised so many questions with the prolonged, with the straight data. Madam, we need answers from the data itself. Show me the proofs. That's what I want to ask. We need proofs. We need proofs for all the situations. Don't just give false allegations. This much crores, this much situations. We need proofs. Okay? Ma'am, I was requesting through you, madam, to the whole ministers and ruling party MPs. We need one answer. We are giving time. Take it. Take how much you want because you felt so terror, right? Come on, take it. And we are waiting for not only me, from the coordination itself of entire youth, I was waiting. Thank you. Thank you.
Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Prime Minister, please conclude the discussion.
Speaker, and to you, to the members of this House, today he's saying that leader of opposition is very frustrated, and he's saying that we are shivering and fearing to them. Ma'am, why would we fear to a leader who doesn't even have members to compete in constituency? We have fear because they go out and make false allegations on this government who was working with a commitment. Today we are working with commitment. You are saying that we are living in imaginary world. No one imagined like you for being in ruling party for decades. You imagine that you came out and you are frustrated, and unfortunately our people chose us, and you also said that people have right to choose, and with that right people chose a right party to rule them. Today they choose us. And even they are saying today this government invested 10,000 crores for startups in India. Today they are saying that they are asking where are the jobs, Today we are not only giving jobs, today we want job creators in our country. Because if we see the developed countries in the world, there are many countries have entrepreneurs and startups, startup companies in there. But here we are lacking in that. But for that today, we started in our government Smart India Hackathon. Every year, students come with their ideas. We started Startup India scheme, and we started Mudra Yojana for every young youth in this country. And today we are supporting the entrepreneurship, we are supporting the startups, and we are supporting self-employment. With this, the huge number of employment will be increased in our country. This is what we are doing. You are seeing that only we are saying that we are not implementing. You don't know the back end work. You don't know the back end work, man. You don't know back end. We know what is going on there. And he's saying that we are seeing some news channel and some entertainment. Today he is seeing that and he is sitting there. We are not. We don't even know about those channels and those entertainment programs. We don't even know. And today, till today we invested 25,000 crores for youth in this country. Has funds for entrepreneurs and funds for Startup India. This is what we are doing. This is what we are doing for employment in our country. See, this bill is for fairness and transparency. They really fear for transparency because they never transparent. And they are also saying that our ministers and my members we are playing ludos or we are entertained. Today my home minister is not like their home minister. Before Taj Hotel attack, what happened? We all know that while NSB National Security was waiting for Home Minister, that Home Minister is busy for his facial work. He is busy in his facial work, and we all know what happened in Taj Hotel. And what happened? And today he is questioning us. We are playing ludos, we are playing games, we are entertaining ourselves. We are not here to entertain ourselves. Okay, we are not working for salaries like you, and we are implementing schemes. We are not doing scams like you. And today, they also mentioned that we are they are only saying about EC students, and they also said we are changing. We want to change. We are not going to change curriculum. Today, see, if a student is skilled in a respective domain, then he will choose his domain. We are not forcing them to choose their domain. This is what this bill says that. And if a person is interested and to choose and the person who is interested in a particular domain will only choose that. And today they are concerned about only EC students because I think most of them are EC students. Today we are concerned for every youth in this country who is unemployed. Today we are removing every corruption they are done. Today we got very less time. They always saying that we are false government, failed government, our government false allegation. If we really fail, if we really doing false promises, we would not be winning for 3 consecutive times. We will not be winning. And today, and even for us in our country, every worker is matter for us. For me, every worker is matter. Every worker's dignity is matter for me, and every worker should be protected in my country. For this bill should be implemented now. And even they are saying that, and even our vision and bill is to give employment to every educated and certified, not one who is unworthy. We want to give jobs who is educated. And today we are in that work, we are doing the work, we are working on that, and we are giving regular huge budget on that every year. And even we have our ministers are working on that. And today, if we are bringing any new bills into the house, my ministers, you will have cabinet meeting before implementing. There we choose. There even. I said that to my home minister. I said that while we discussing in that bill, I said that okay, but we'll take this is some complicated issue. We have other issues, but we'll take a few days to take. Then my home minister said that if you are not going to implement, if you are not going to talk about this bill in house, I am going to resign my position. Today In that way, she is committed. Every minister is committed in that way. And for our commitment to this every year, young Indian future and prosperous future, please accept and pass the bill in this house. Thank you.
Honorable Speaker,
Yes, member of the House.
there has been a serious breach of privilege committed by the Malkajgiri District Authority. Without any valid reason, they banned me to address the public gallery on 26 January 2026. The authorities has attributed dishonest motives, and I am requesting you to allow me to raise a question on that matter now.
Have you given early notice of it? You can't bring a surprise on me like this.
Yes, ma'am. I have already given notice of it 10 a.m. this morning.
Okay, it will be examined and you will get to know about it.
Thank you.
Secretary General to report the message from the upper chamber of the Parliament.
Madam, I must report the following message received from the Secretary of the Upper Chamber of the Parliament. Is that the bill for regulation of Indian Penal Code and replacing it by Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita has been sent for our reconsideration before sending it for President's approval.
Secretary, to lay on the table a copy of list of provisions in the bill sent by the upper chamber for reconsideration.
Madam, I lay on the table of the House list of provisions in the bill sent by the upper chamber for reconsideration.
Honorable members, on behalf of our members of the House, I have a great pleasure in welcoming Her Excellency Ms. Venkatalakshmi, Presiding Officer of French Senate, Her Excellency Ms. Chandrika, Speaker of French National Assembly, Her Excellency Ms. Shravani, Minister of Parliamentary Affairs, French National Assembly. The parliamentary delegations have arrived in India on 18th February and are now seated in the special box. Beside our proceedings, they will also visit our rich cultural heritage and diverse culture in Agra, Konark and Madras before leaving. We wish them a happy stay.
Honorable Speaker, I would like to call the attention of Ministry of Urban and Rural Development on this following issue. Cities get better roads, transport, internet and water supply, while many villages still lack basic infrastructure. Unequal development between urban and rural areas. What did they gain from this and how can they make them equal development even cities and rural areas?
Honorable Ministry of Urban and Rural Development, we request you to respond on this side.
Honorable Madam Speaker, I would like to thank the Honorable Member for raising this critical issue regarding the imbalance between urban and rural development. The government fully acknowledges that disparities exist in infrastructure such as roads, transports, digital connectivity and water supply between urban and rural areas. However, this government has taken comprehensive and targeted measures to bridge this gap. Under various flagship programs, Pradhan Mantri Grama Sadak Yojana has significantly improved rural road connectivity. Jal Jeevan Mission is ensuring safe drinking water access to rural households. BharatNet project is expanding high-speed internet connectivity to villages, reducing the digital divide. Furthermore, we are promoting balanced regional development by encouraging rural industrialization and local employment, integrating urban planning with nearby rural clusters. Honorable Speaker, development is not a choice between urban and rural. It is a commitment to both. Our approach is to ensure that villages are not left behind but are empowered as growth centers of the future. The government remains committed to inclusive and sustainable development across the nation. Thank you.
The session is under zero hour.
Honorable Speaker, I have a question for Health and Family Welfare Minister. I love the ministry new sharing policy. In our government hospitals, 3 patients share 1 bed and the 4th one gets the floor for a natural experience. Is this new yoga initiative to make us stronger, or has the minister simply forgotten that humans need a bit of space to breathe? While private hospitals look like 7-star hotels for the rich, our government what looks like a crowded railway station. Does the ministry want us to adjust our hull or actually fix it?
Madam Speaker, the question raised by the opposition member, we have provided many schemes for the health sector to help the people, and we have added over 1.7 lakh oxygen supported beds and ICU beds in just last few years. And through the Pradhan Mantri Ayushman Bharat Health Insurance Mission, we are investing 64,000 crores specifically to fill the critical care gaps in every single district of India. We are not just giving the cards, we are building the hospitals and make improvements in infrastructure where their cards save their lives.
Honorable Speaker, I would like to discuss about the one thing the thing that's bothering our Prime Minister itself. Sir, Honorable Speaker, sir always loves to state one thing, that we are here from past 3 years. We are here from the past 3 years. Yeah, we are very well known. Sir, please look at into the vote bank itself, sir. You are going to decrease day by day. Your vote banking is going to decrease day by day. Yet, ma'am, he stated that I was a great leader. Madam, one straight question to Prime Minister itself. Sir, my name was never mentioned in the most heinous criminal of this world. My name was never mentioned in the island itself. Do I have to raise that question, sir? Ma'am, he started attacking me in private space. My personal issues. Yet I never raised the situation. You have to answer to the whole nation itself. Do I have to raise the name itself? Ma'am, am I going to conquer the code of conduct, ma'am, if I raise the criminal's name?
Yes.
May I proceed or not, ma'am? Yeah. Why your name is in the Epstein files, Mr. Prime Minister? And yet, ma'am, they always say that 3 consecutive years. Madam, under side questions to you, Mr. Prime Minister and Home Minister itself, whatever the ministry, why this ruling party emblem, this ruling party stamp itself is stated in the report of Election Commission of India, which is the most confidential thing. Madam, why? I was asking, I need judgment not to me but the whole nation. Madam, 3 consecutive years they are always holding one letter, madam. We are here from the past 3 years. I was asking one straight question. Why your stamp is in the report of Election Commission of India, which have to be so confidentially run? I need answer for it. Not for me.
Today, after not getting votes properly to them, they are really concerned about the citizens. Because see, we have vote bank. You will know that in next election. Okay? You will be here itself, and few members from your side will be decreased, and my members will be increased. And I want to educate you that my name in Epstein file is a false. Okay? It is a meeting with France and other countries. Okay? Yeah, I'm not. See, if maybe today I am a popular leader in this world. Okay? Today I am a popular leader in this world. To ruin my name, maybe you collide with, or you merge it, or you have collaboration with that Epstein. You worked with that Epstein, and maybe you give my name or my photos to them to keep in that. I never do any mistake. I believe in the God. I believe in my people. I believe in my parents. Everyone. And I follow law. Okay. I'm not here to do mistake as you. Okay. And when today he is bothering about election commission election. Today, actually, the serious concern is he's not getting enough votes to win. That's the reason he is pointing towards Election Commission of India. And today, I don't know why he asked questions about Election Commission of India, but why you asked about false allegations on me of Epstein?
Honorable Speaker, I am so clear. Once again, I am repeating myself to the Prime Minister itself. Sir, I think you don't educated that much about the Election Commission of India. Ma'am, it have to be so confidential. May Your Highness know it. Madam, I was repeating once again. Having a stamp of a party on the report of a Election Commission of India is a heinous crime. It's a heinous crime. Ma'am, yet they are mocked about me. I was not asking about me, Mr. Prime Minister. I was asking about what your party's stamp is placing on the report itself. That is the confidential question, Mr. Prime Minister. I will give time, ma'am. I was not like him to mock directly. If I was giving respect to you, it's that's why no party has limits answered, sir. I would like to ask another question, madam, about the educational minister and Miss Home Minister itself, and along with the Prime Minister. The educational syllabus under this party has been terminated, ma'am. Do you know what terminated, ma'am? The basic science, Darwin's theory, periodic table, and they are removed. And do you know, ma'am, what they invented about the Pushpaka Vimanas? Yet this Prime Minister and your minister are going to fly on this Pushpaka Vimanas, sir. Sir, what is this? Madam, I will agree, madam. Like Irish governments, like Irish continent itself, or some Japanese cultures have mythology in their studies, madam. We completely agree about it, madam. But they are completely terminating the science syllabus, basic science syllabus, and yet they are inventing like internet during the Mahabharata, ma'am. What kind of joke it is this? Internet about the Mahabharata, ma'am. These are the reports, ma'am, that I would solemnly submit it to you and to the ruling party itself. Please kindly look after these reports. These are the reports that made by the committee itself, madam. Please, I would like to request everybody, please carry on those reports, madam. I need answers for those reports. Why? What Pushpaka Vimana is doing on the basic science? Are you going to manipulate the ideology or manipulating the basic mind of children? Madam, what internet during Mahabharata was invented in social studies, madam? Why? What? Are you going to false up propaganda? I need answers. Madam, please kindly look after that report, madam, that I submitted to you. I need answers from Honorable Prime Minister itself, along with the ministers concerning this case. Thank you.
Madam Speaker, as the opposition leader have mentioned that the periodic table and the Darwin's theory and these are eliminated from and removed from the textbooks. Sir, recently all the textbooks have been updating seriously and all the syllabus which is being transformed and molding into a newer version because all our science students are focusing on all India entrance level exams and are getting into the depth exams so that their syllabus books are changing and they are focusing on these IIT foundation books and all so that they need more depth and so that these kind of theories are getting into the primary schoolings and they are getting a really benefitable level of depth in the knowledge about science and social studies and all in the higher classes of theirs. And also the inclusion of the Pushpaka Vimana in the science and the social textbooks. Sir, our Indian standards themselves and show that it is more wonderful than the science itself. They have shown it many times. If you only think of it in some mythological way or some historical way, Pushpaka Vimanam represents the way how an airplane or a helicopter is built so that they can learn the structures of this aerospace and all. Each of these belonging to the history of ours get a link to the science so that students can learn, can think in a better way and innovative way. Honorable Speaker,
He's really worried about that stamp on election commission. If really is proved, it is really happened. The investigation bureaus are very nothing. If really proved,
then I will be resigned from my chair. This is my statement in the house, and this is my statement in front of recording. If this is proven, then I will resign my chair. And I will bring you from there. I will make you sit here. Okay? This is your. Today, now in my government, education system is also improving. Today in textbooks we are adding more advanced things into the books. Today he is worried about Darwin's and periodic. I think he is not educated, but we are educated. We are enough educated. We have that enough education. We studied 10th class. We studied +1. And we know that Darwin theory and we have also studied about periodic table. We also studied. Today we didn't remove. We also adding the advanced things to the books. Okay. Today he is worried about Pushpaka Vimanam. Today he is worried about my name in Epstein files. Today he is worried about stamp which is not proven. He is worried on everything. The things which he is worried are not proven. Today I'm once again I want to say that if it is proven, I will go out from this chair.
Madam Speaker, my question is for Finance and the Aviation Minister. In the last consecutive months, there are many air crashes and flights were delayed. How does the Finance Minister and how does the Finance Department overcome this situation? And how is the Aviation Department is dealing with it?
Madam Speaker, the cancellations are often a result of safety first. Decisions regarding weather and or technical maintenances. Strictly actions are taken in non-compliance is found. The DGCA, Director General of Civil Aviation, has issued show causes notices and temporary measures such as reducing flights are taken allowed to resistigation.
Madam Speaker, the opposition is obsessed with the crashes, air crashes, economical crashes, their own electrical crashes even. They want to blame the finance minister for jet crash because they haven't else any other to question on budget issues. So let me give them a crash course. Madam, please listen. Yeah, the finance minister funds safety. It does not fund stupidity, madam. The opposition wants to ask about the aviation safety. Our government has spent more than on it in 5 years. 18,700 crore was sanctioned, madam. The aviation safety enough to make flying in India safer than ever. In fact, the Global Aviation Safety Audit (ICAO) gave India a score of 88.5, the highest ever. Thank you, Madam Speaker. As the Parliament has some code of conduct and they are using the words like stupidity. Are you ruling since 12 years? Are you not aware of the Parliament guidelines? And adding a point, you are telling that how does the finance minister get questioned about the jet flight crashes? How would you deal with all the stuff? There are not one plane crash. There are many plane crashes and many flights were delayed. If someone is boarding the flight to see the dead mother, how would you resolve that? How would you get the other flight? And you didn't connect the flight for them, for those citizens, for those people, for 4 to 5 hours. How would you pay, ma'am? How would you? It's a life, ma'am. It's a life.
Honorable Speaker, I want to clarify the opposition party. The stupidity is the word we can use in the parliament, and also just educate about that. One thing I want to clarify this: only the Air India company was under the government control. So other things like Indigo or other things are in privatization. So that finance issues are not ours. Only the Air India was under the our Indian control. Other private organizations are not under our control. That's what to clarify the opposition party.
Adding up a point, DGCA, Directorate General of Civil Aviation, tightened the safety audits recently of the airlines after watching all these crashes. And also, the victim families received the compensation packages respectively and responsibly just after that. And also, air traffic control modernization have done
just to reduce these human error things. And also, fire crashes are tragic, but under our government safety audits and stricter regulations and modern technology are being enforced to prevent them. One or two might happen, but we are being more careful since this is related to a human's life, and we are so careful when it comes to it.
Honorable Speaker, I would like to ask a question to our Urban and Housing Minister. What are the steps does the government taking to improve our damaged roads in rural areas?
Honorable Speaker, as we know, the steps we are implementing to provide much better roads than your government has provided in the past few years. We are providing advanced type of roads and enough amount of roads in every region of the state and every corner of the country. Thank you.
Honorable Speaker, adding up on a point, fire ambulances have been deployed for this quick rescue if there are any potholes and all these road transport issues. And also highway patrols and CCTV expanded to catch over these violations in real time. And also infrastructure have been improved recently to the rate of really highest rate. And also zero fatality corridor project to eliminate the death on the selected highways have been taken. And also campaigns like Sagar Suraksha, Jeevan Raksha and all these are taken nationwide to prevent all the issues and cases that are being raised against this road transport.
Honorable Speaker, despite of all the skipping and running from the questions itself, reports itself, to the direct questions itself, I think, Madam, this ruling party is very well good at temple run game itself, because they always love to run from the questions itself. Madam, we are directly give reports, Madam. We talk through the data, we talk through the metrics, we talk through the proofs itself. Madam, please go through the rural areas, please go through the urban areas, tribal areas, where the lot of deaths, lot of mothers, before seeing their child's face, are going to death, ma'am, are going to sleep in the grave. And this is happening in India, Madam. Madam, despite of all this, they always say only one thing: we are doing. What are you doing? Madam, I would like to ask one question, madam. This government boasts about high-speed Vande Bharat trains, but have they considered about the physics of the women, madam? Physics of the women. When a passenger spits gutka out of a window at 160 kilometers per hour, it hits the innocent passenger sitting behind them like a razor, like a red laser. Is this a new biological weapon invented by Defense Minister? 1,200 crores of money. 1,200 crores of money was just amendment to clean the gutka itself, red dots itself. Madam, we can allot more trains. We are seeing the situation in the trains itself. Madam, they always love to misuse the money of this nation, madam, of this taxpayers. Despite of all that, I would like to give another more situation, madam, where almost 4,625 crores of money was just gone in a dump due to the bad constructions itself. Madam, there are few things, madam, here, like Tarkeshwar water tank in Surat. Madam, just after the ribbon cutting, it fell down, madam. Just after the ribbon cutting. This is the power of the hand of the Prime Minister, madam. Mr. Prime Minister, even the power itself is not even allowed to listen your words, listen your lies itself. Madam, about the Hatkeshwar bridge, madam, 142 crores bridge, madam. Madam, you can may visit, madam. I would like to present the pictures itself, videos itself in the next parliamentary session. If you are allowed me to do so, madam. Despite of 1,200 crores of taxpayers' money, and yet in the past constructions, 4,625 crores, along with the gutka weapon also. We need answers from that concerned ministries about these weapons also, madam. And I would like to report. I would like to submit another report of mine, which I have been held in the groundwork, madam. Please kindly accept this request, madam. This report may be this report have to be visited once again, and yet I need answers from the ruling party itself for all the construction works and failures of the lot of money. Madam, could you please kindly accept the report, madam? Thank you so much. Yes, ma'am, I was clear. I stated a few things, and mainly about the cleaning of railways, about the passengers in the stations. Ma'am, please do look at me. This is not. Please don't raise a folk tale about. This is the issue raised by only the opposition party leader itself. Madam, passengers are hurting, ma'am. This is not done by myself, madam. I was not the concern. Please, sir, Mr. Prime Minister, please focus, madam. Please do look after me, madam. And yet, about those constructions, which the money is gone to the dump, I need answers for that also. Thank you so much.
Madam Speaker, as the opposition leader have already mentioned, it isn't done by him. Does it done by the members in this ruling party? It isn't about cleaning out this irresponsible habits, sir. The Swachh Bharat scheme isn't about this. It is about building toilets, waste management plans and changing public behavior. Every rupee is invested in permanent infrastructure and not only on temporary sweeping. We assure that Bharat that where citizens have responsibility. Cleanliness is not only government's duty, sir. It is a national movement. The difference is clear. Under their rule, sanitation was neglected. And also under ours, it is a mission. We are not just cleaning India, we are cleaning the mess which they have left behind for years. And even by doing that, they would say that weapons are being released. That should be a civic concern of the passenger himself, sir. We are trying our level best.
Definitely in railways, if you see, I think, did you observe those splittings in AC sleeper coaches? Did you ever? Okay. Railway have different zones: southern zone, northern zone, eastern zone, and western zone. In southern zone, I'm not dividing the country. I'm saying I'm not dividing the country. In southern zone, in South Indian railways, where the trains originate from South India, which run by South India, there the trains will be very clean. The trains will be very clean. Those trains are clean and well maintained and well treated, and passengers are well treated. Today the issues were from the northern states and western states because they used to eat that. Because if you see that mainly in sleeper coaches and general coaches, the workers who are migrating, they are using that pan, like these type of things for they're like stress busters you made, because those are like this stress buster. Today we are also concerned to implement 1200 crores on that. Today in next session, if we bring a new bill to ban pan in India and to remove and give strict rules to the chewers and splitters in trains, will this opposition accept those bills without arguing anything? Will this opposition do that? Yes. Next session will come with that bill. If yes, we'll come with that. Don't argue, okay? Today everything is recorded. You also accepted that you are not going to argue on that bill, okay? So we are also concerned really for 1200 crores. We are wasting the money on splittings, which is not a government mistake. Which is not a government.
What is the mistake? What are you saying? You are asking the question. Telling anything. What is going on here? I asked a question about what you are taking the implementations, but you are saying what you want.
Please escort the individual out of this house.
Where should I go? I have to be here. I am asking the question of the ruling party. I am an opposition member. How should you tell me to go out? How the people are asking me? They are asking me. No, I have to be here. Where are you here?
Honorable Speaker, this is the ethics and values of opposition leader. And we all scholars and by and every people in this country have seen this. This is what is maintaining with his members. This is what is happening. And he is today splitting gutkas. We banned on business of on selling pans and gutkas in railways. But but we don't know how it's entering. Today we are going to build those strict rules, and I request in a respective way, because you accepted that you won't argue on this bill, and this is your promise, and we are going to bring a bill, and you have to act.
Madam Speaker, as they said that splitting all those stuff and Wimble and all, but they are advertising it with the help of the Bollywood actors and actresses, and you are promoting it to purchase that product. You have to make sure.
Honorable Speaker, it was not related to the government, but it is related to the individual. They can be promoting their requirements. The brand officially went for their Bollywood actors to promote their brand, but it was not the problem. We already mentioned above the packs not to eat and not to sweat outside in public areas. It was not the concern. It was the concern of the public not to spit in the public area. It was not the government's fault.
And one more thing, government, no minister, my external minister is not going there and selling gutkas. My ministers are not going there selling gutkas. It's not a government. It's not a government. Okay, it's not very bad, but still something is entering into railways and some illegal things are doing. Okay.
Honorable Speaker,
I'm not.
Okay. My apologies. Honorable Speaker, ma'am, despite all of this discussion, madam, the whole country knows about the parliament itself. Who is spitting the hookah itself in the parliament building itself? Madam, the whole country knows about this heinous crime, madam. The whole country knows about it, sir. Sir, please do aware of your ministers itself, sir. Sir, I was not regulating you, but I was giving confirmation on the false allegation on me and my parliamentary members. Sir, please do research. Please do around sir. I was requesting. And you may proceed with the question. Ma'am, may I proceed with the question? My party leader. Thank you.
Honorable Speaker.
See, I cannot see any gutka splitting in I cannot see here. We are all professional. Maybe those splittings are from opposition side itself. Maybe those splittings are from opposition side. We are educated in here. We don't know these kind of. We respect house. We respect people. We have dignity. We are educated. We are dignity. We have that. We are dignified. Okay, and.
Honorable Speaker, as Prime Minister has been always concentrating on our opposition leader, not on the nation exactly, I just wanted, as the Prime Minister has made so many false statements or false schemes, the Minister is googling about his mistakes in his desk. I'm not going to give you a long speech today, but I just wanted to read out a list, and after every point, this House and 140 crore people watching can decide for themselves. Make in India, women's safety, Swachh Bharat, Namami Gange, demonetization, pollution control, inflation control, 100 smart cities, corruption control, black money return, bullet train by 2023, rupee 40 per dollar, 2 crore jobs every year, farmers' income double, reducing unemployment, 15 lakh in every account, $5 trillion economy by 2022. Prime Minister Ji, these are all the This is not the opposition's report card. That is yours. Every single promise on this list you made. Every single failure on this list you would. Not our opposition leader. These are all the false allegations, false promises that you have made for the nation because of the words which have you said that we are only concentrating on the words, and the opposition leader has been only concentrating on the words. You have been concentrating on the words, and you have made all these false schemes. And I just have just one question, not about the policy, not about the data, not about the schemes, just this. If a common man fails in his job, he loses his job. And if a student fails in his exam, he repeats his year. And if a businessman fails in his business, he shuts down the business. But when a prime minister fails at 17 promises, one after the other, year after year, he gets a new slogan, he gets a new campaign, a new advertisement, and a new election speech ready for the Please answer for me.
I'm very thankful to the member for promoting my ideas in this house and in the platform. Thank you for promoting, because today the member said that we didn't that. Please leave your AC rooms, go to people, ask them. You will get the answer. And we got 3 elections. Result was there. In next election, we'll get the result. The result will decide what we've done. Okay? And please don't concentrate about what Prime Minister is doing. Just concentrate on people. As opposition, it's your work.
As the Honorable Prime Minister has said, as opposition, it is our work to look for the people. It is not the work of the ruling party to look at the people of the nation, Honorable Speaker. The own Prime Minister of this nation has been saying that it is the work of the opposition party to look at the nation and the people. Then why is the ruling party? And why is the elections have been conducted? And I also wanted to, yes, as the Prime Minister has said, I have been promoting his schemes, but the schemes I have listed, the 17 schemes which has not been implemented, which has not been came to the process that is Honorable Speaker. And as the Honorable Prime Minister ji has said that I am concentrating on his work, I just wanted to ask the Prime Minister why you are so concerned about our opposition leader? Why you are so concerned about the work our opposition leader do? Why you are so concerned about the leader or the members of the opposition when you have done the work and from the 12 years, past 12 years, if you have done a certain thing and if you have where is the report, Honorable Prime Minister ji? Where is the report, Honorable Speaker? The matrices or the statistics are still saying that no scheme has been coming into implemented. The Honorable Prime Minister ji is about to just pass the words. He's just sitting in his position to just pass the words. And if I say anything, he'll be like removing the tracks that have been done by the opposition leader. Is that the Honorable Speaker? It has been 12 years to do the such things. It has been 12 years. For the 12 years of ruling, why the ruling party has not yet made one scheme fully implemented scheme? Why there is no one fully implemented scheme, Honorable Speaker? As the Prime Minister is always concentrating only on the opposition, my opposition leader. He will be only concentrating on the things, and as before he mentioned, our own Home Minister has been doing facials and we are not concentrating on the youth. And he only stated that we are looking for the people and we are looking for the nation, not the ruling party. And I want the Prime Minister ji not to concentrate on the opposition party and my own opposition leader, and look for the nation, look for the people of the nation, Honorable Speaker.
Madam Speaker, being the Home Minister here, well, I'd like to ask the opposition one thing. We don't know why you are looking into our desks. We know you are crooking behind our backs anyways. And also, as you mentioned that this 17 particular schemes hasn't been implemented at all and hasn't been coming to process and progress. Look at the news, ma'am. All the students who have been educated and the colleges and all the employees who are into it, PMKCY and also NGP 2000 and all these for the employees over and youth. Everyone are getting many schemes implemented in here and we are letting them into the work. You have been just claiming it up like this 17 particular schemes has not even been started, not even been in progress. You have to look up. We already passed on to the reports to the Secretary Generals and they will be passed it to the Madam Speaker.
Madam Speaker, I would add on a point. We, as a Women and Child Development Minister, we have invented 3 schemes: Saksham Anganwadi and Poshan 2.0 and Mission Shakti and Mission Vatsalya. These schemes are implemented only for women and child development. Once check the information and ask the ruling party and questioning the ruling party. We are focusing on the nutrition on children.
pregnant and lacting mothers and adolescent girls using portion tracker. That's why today the rise in registration does not mean today with 800 plus one-stop centers and fast-track courts, women feel empowered to report. We have moved from hiding crime to fighting it. Thank you.
Today, I want to say, Honorable Speaker, to the members, today I want to say that you are taking reference, but you take reference from people who are eligible to particular schemes. You are going to few people who are not eligible, because for few schemes, for few people are applicable, then they are eligible, and for few schemes others are. And you are going to the people who are not eligible, taking references, coming here and showing the references, and I'm not interested in your LOP's work, Freedom of Opposition work. I'm not interested in his work. Okay, I answered to every question that he raised, and you are saying and for us.
Speaker, I would like to ask the IT ministry that as the rise in online scams and digital frauds, many citizens are risked daily. And despite the advent and protests, many cyber crimes are not even getting justice. Every penny or every rupee are earned by their hard work, and if the crimes are increased, how could they survive? And I'm asking the government that can they clarify whether the existing cyber crimes can tackle the modern attacks that are AI based, and they ensure that justice for the victims.
Honorable Speaker, in India, we are having the highest population over the world, Madam Speaker. In this India, we are having around 958 million people who are now connected to the internet, Madam Speaker. It is not just a small number. It is not an easy task to give security, protection and privacy at the same time, Madam Speaker. And also, but in this situation also, our government implemented the Digital Personal Data Protection Act, Madam Speaker. And in this we are protecting the personal data of the citizens. And also we included the when a user getting the login or it requires user consent before collecting user's data breach reporting, and we created data protection board for it, Madam Speaker. By implementing this act, over 850 million people are get benefited and they are protected from the cyber crimes, Madam Speaker. And also, as mentioned, the helplines and the victims are still not getting any not getting the judgment or the request. We introduced a cyber crime in the cyber crime security department. We introduced a computer emergency response team, Madam Speaker. In this, our team is working always monitoring the user when they are in when they are included any cyber crimes, Madam Speaker. Our team is always there for the victims. There is no more crimes in future, Madam Speaker.
Madam Speaker, adding upon a point to our IT minister, as they've already asked, is it possible that this particular cyber crimes can be reduced, and will the victims get any comfort and security from these and all? Personal Data Protection Act 2023 giving citizens clear rights over their personal data. Unlike the opposition who left India exposed with no modern data law, we have given India a 21st century shield against misuse. By corporate accountability, like the large corporates now legally bound to protect the user data with the heavy penalties for the violations. And also citizens can demand the content-based usage and have the right to withdraw the consent at any time. Data breaches must be reported transparently, and this transparency will lead to a lesser more cyber crimes, and we are trying our best to make the India more protective and safe to all the citizens in it.
Honorable Speaker, I would like to ask.
Moving on to the bill passing. Bill number 101, National Sports Governance Act. The question is that bill be passed. Those who are in favor, please raise your hands. against the bill, please raise your hands. I think the bill is being favored. Bill number 102, Specialized Employment Regulation Act 2026. The question is, the bill be passed. Those who are in favor, please raise your hands. Those who are against, please raise your hands. I think the people are against the bill. Honorable members, the business listed for today has been completed. The House stands adjourned at 11 a.m. tomorrow.